Vocal inflection. I'm gonna tell y'all what vocal inflection is. Vocal inflection is when we change the tone or pitch of our voice when we are speaking in order to convey a more precise meaning for our words or provide insight about how we are feeling. You ask somebody, how you feel? And the person said, fine. Because they're not fine. See what I'm saying? They're not fine. You think that person is fine? There's deeper meaning in what they said. So you can go by the word fine and say, okay, well, they're fine. But there's deeper meaning in that. There's deeper meaning in a tone. You don't even have to be face to face with a person. You can, the way a person can pick up the phone that you know sometimes. And how they sound when they first pick up the phone. First, you all right? You're not looking at them. It's the tonality. Saying of the day, you don't know what you don't know. My grandmother used to say that, man. We should be like, man, what in the world is she talking about? It makes a whole lot of sense. Because if you don't know something, how do you know you don't know it? This talk is for educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional guidance, advice, treatment, or diagnoses. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, substance use or abuse, or suicidal thoughts, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors who are just a text or a call away. And if you're dealing with depression, anything like that, just know you are not alone. Majority of the world is dealing with it. It transcends wealth, resources, and money. There's some people who are Bugs Bunny money. You know what I'm saying, bro? And they're depressed. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. You are more than your accomplishments. Man, that's, ooh, y'all didn't feel that? That little chill with that one? You don't know that? You are more than your accomplishments. To tell a child that builds character. Because we got some kids, what was the TV show? Leave It to Beaver. What was the kid, Eddie Caskell? Y'all know the character Eddie Caskell. How many of y'all watched that show? The parents loved him. The parents loved him. But Beaver knew who he was. He knew who he really was. See, we got some children being raised right now. They smart because they understand that there are some adults who think your accomplishments is your value. So long as he's good at football, he don't have to worry about building integrity. You are more than your accomplishments. Your accomplishments do not define you. Having 18 certificates on the wall, degrees, masters, but you don't know how to treat the lady at the Burger King checkout? You are more than your accomplishments. Your accomplishments do not define you as a person. It just says you did something and you accomplished it. Man, we're going to get deep today. Whether y'all ready or not, you better strap in. Strap in, man. Accomplishments like good grades or awards are certainly signs of success. Now, let me say that. Accomplishments like good grades or award, certificates, certain things are certainly signs of success. I'm not saying they're not. And progress. So they're signs of success and progress. But they do not determine your value as a person. Intelligence is very multiform and requires so much more than a piece of paper. Integrity, the choices we make. When we have that crossroads, when your child comes to the crossroads and you got a choice between doing the right thing and the bad thing, that defines them as a person. Integrity is what we do when nobody is around. It's one thing I get in here with y'all and I'm like cool, calm, collected, but then I get at the house, I'm talking to myself, I'm screaming, I got holes all in the wall. Y'all like, that's how we'll live it? When I ain't with nobody and I'm by myself, I'm like this. I'm the same way at all times, bro. No, let me say that. Sometimes I do get down. I'm human. I'm authentic. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I get down. Sometimes I don't feel so good about myself. But I don't stay like that. I don't live in that. I don't wear that. It don't fit me. Integrity. The choices we make and the impact you leave on others have the most lasting value. 8 words of wisdom we wish we heard as a child. Number 2, learn financial basics early on. Or you're going to be a grown man with a collection of Jordans. You're going to be a woman with 2 closets. Because now you start to encroach on your kids' closet. full of purses and shoes and boots and all that other crap, but you're struggling to pay your light bill. I'm not saying you should be an accountant at age 17. I'm not saying that. The money is still necessary for the fundamentals. Unless you plan to live off grid or live off the land, learn how to balance your books on a simple level. This means knowing how to at least file basic taxes. But that's the thing. But if you do that regularly, if you start doing it when you're younger, you'll always be doing it. And getting into the habit of creating, and this is the second part, keeping a budget of sorts. So a young person needs to know what is food, what is bills, what is fun, and etc. How much money are you going to spend on fun? 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 3, time is currency. You need to value it. Better appreciate your time as much as you appreciate what you got in your wallet. Oh, man. Time cannot be paused. Time cannot be given away. And contrary to popular belief, it can never be reclaimed. If you think you can reclaim your time, you would be the first person in history. Jesus didn't even do that. When things happen, they happen. And after it was happening, something new started. He didn't go back to reclaim nothing. Come on, man. Time is currency. You need to value it. Time cannot be paused. It cannot be given away or reclaimed. And once it's spent, it is gone forever. Time is even more valuable than money because you can't earn it back. And it's extra special because it's yours to spend. See how good God is? You might not have a mansion, but you got time. Let me say something else, man, that came across my mind when I was doing this. I'm thankful that God gave us time and he made it so that nobody could buy it from us. Because if it was something that people can purchase, there are some people right now, before they commit suicide, they would sell their time. Ooh, man. It's some broke people, man, who've been poor all their life. And they would say, you know what? In order for my children to have a future, I'm going to sell the rest of my time. And then you got some people who are some evil, nasty people with money. Will be living for years and years and years because they had the money to buy your time.
You know, Justin Timberlake made a movie about that, the same thing you're talking about.
Okay, we ain't going to talk about Justin Timberlake right now. Let's stay on topic. Okay? Time is currency. With that said, don't wait for the right time to do anything because often there isn't any ideal time. You don't have time to wait to do stuff. You don't have time to put stuff off waiting for the right opportunity and the right time because you might not be here next year. Come on, somebody. All we got is right now. That's it. Right now. I know I'm alive right now. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 4, have boundaries you keep. That's important to have boundaries, man. Our boundaries, they protect our self-respect and our self-identity because when somebody come at you with some foolishness, a person with boundaries is going to be like, not me. A person with boundaries, when you come with that stuff, it's going to disrupt their life. They're going to say no. When somebody's trying to get you to do something that you done already told them 6 or 7 times that you're not going to do, but they keep pressuring you, you're going to put up a boundary and say, you know what? Don't come around me if you're going to keep asking me stuff like that. I already told you no. Respect what I said or get gone. That's a boundary. If you can't respect how I feel, and I told you how I feel, I told you what my principles were, you still trying to convince me to do something I don't want to do, you have to exit my life. Because there are some people who are living and breathing on this earth. They got a deep-seated need to control other people. Because they feel powerful. Because power is not money, power is control. If I can make off of my computer with maybe I got $100,000 I can throw in a fireplace and burn. I can throw $100,000 to an advertisement online on different platforms that's just going to promote that the earth is flat. And now people are talking about it. Now the news is talking about it. Now talk shows is talking about it. I have power because I just controlled that. I orchestrated. Man, y'all, come on, man. Our boundaries protect our self-respect and our self-identity. They also keep us safe when learning new things. So when you start a new job and you're learning something new, you got a co-worker all up in your ear. Wait, you got a girlfriend? Where you born at? What? You own your house? Do you own your car that's sitting out there? Hold up. I'm here to work. I don't get paid to talk to you about that. And that's my personal business. I had a job I had before I came and started doing this one. And I was at my job and there was this chick. Every time I seen her, man, I was just being nice. Every time I seen her, man, you know, familiarity breeds contempt. The more familiar somebody think they is with you, the more they think they can push the envelope. That's why it's best to not let certain people in at all. Because she started out just coming over to my area. You ain't supposed to be in my area. But I'm not, you do what you do. I'm not your supervisor. Coming over to my area. How your day going today? Well, my day going real nice. You want to get along with everybody? My day going real nice. How your day going? My day going real nice. Oh, that's good. Go back to doing what I'm doing the next day. Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice outfit you got on. Hey, thank you. That's nice what you got on. That's nice. Thank you. Next day, you own your house? Huh? Yeah, bro. She's like, you own your house? Like, why you asking me that? Why you asking me if I own my house? No, I'm just starting conversation. No, you ain't just starting conversation. Come on, you're not starting conversation. You know what I'm saying? You getting up in my mix, and I don't want to get in my mix with nobody up in this job like that, because that's how problems start. I need you to respect that for me. I don't mind saying hi, laugh and joke, drink a few Cokes, but don't ask me about none of my personal business. We ain't like that. Let her know flat out. Shut her down. She ain't even speak to me no more after that, but that's cool. Because if that's what it takes to keep you out of my mix, then that's what's got to happen. Because there are some people, man, that try to get up in your mix so they can disrupt. Set boundaries, man, and keep your boundaries, man. They also keep us safe when learning new things and let others know how best to interact with us when we have boundaries. Because when you have boundaries, people know not to bring you some stuff. Because there's some people who take people's stuff because they know if they take it to this certain person, it's like telling everybody. And then there's some other people, they ain't going to even think about taking no stuff to them because they know they're not with it. So when you set boundaries, you train people on how to treat you by how you treat yourself. Without boundaries, relationships become codependent, and you find that you're not living your best, but one dictated by others. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 5, it's okay to color outside of the lines. Didn't they condition us real good? Didn't they? And it don't even seem like it's a bad thing, do it? You done already created the drawing. Now created whatever the character is. Oh, you like Beauty and the Beast, baby? This is your Beauty and the Beast coloring book. But you're telling them to conform. Because when they color outside the line, what do you say when they show it to you? Oh, baby, you messed up right here. You went outside this line that was written here. See? But if everybody followed that routine, we'd have never had a Steve Jobs. Come on, man. He colored outside the lines. He looked at what was not there. And we ain't even seen no major innovations with the phone since he died. Can you imagine that? Do you know before he died, almost every year there was a crazy innovation with the phone? Some of y'all probably forgot. I remember when they first took the phone and he was doing that demonstration, and he took the picture and
yeah, blew it up.
Everybody was like, whoa! You ain't getting those kind of innovations no more. They just coming out with a phone that'll play more music now. That'll have a better quality of picture of your movies now. Yeah, they ain't coming out with the kind of innovations that Steve Jobs had, because that was a man who colored outside the lines. And guess what? He didn't create nothing. He was the one with the ideas, and he told the people with the intelligence, go create what I just told you to do. Create my idea. See, because we think the people who created was the people. Because he put them in a room, and some coffee, and some donuts. Now create what I just told you to create. That doesn't exist. Well, make it exist. That was Steve Jobs. And they would sit up in that room because they didn't want to go hear him fuss and come out that room with it. Because if they came out with something that was kind of like what he wanted, he'd take it and slam it up against the wall. Get back in there and create what I asked you to create. The vision is what's important, man. The visionary is the most important. Because he got the vision. Without the vision, the phone is still just a phone. Before, when you had to get a new phone, you wanted that new phone. Because that new phone has some stuff your phone didn't have. Now, you can upgrade with a new phone. You ain't really getting nothing. A bigger screen, better camera. That's not an innovation because cameras already exist. We all remember those coloring books and the joy of getting to use the big box of crayons and then trying desperately to color inside the lines because that was what was considered correct. As we grow older, though, many of us end up forming our own lines into which we box ourselves and we convince ourselves to stay in these lines because we think outside the box isn't safe. Somebody told a black kid, "You are a thug." That's the box you belong in. You got a black kid in school, like, I'm going to join the debate team. He got another black kid that look just like him. You ain't supposed to be joining the debate team. You're supposed to play basketball. That's a box. That's why coloring inside the lines is so dangerous. Because you conform to what other people tell you to do. Some of these kids that hang out in the hood are cookie cutter kids. They talk the same, they dress the same, they walk the same, they do the same things, they listen to the same music, they follow the same trends. Color outside the box. Because you putting yourself in a box because you was not born to be no drug dealer. Never, ever, ever in the history of parenting was there ever two parents sitting around saying, "Oh, he's just gonna be, oh, he's always gonna look good on him." Nobody is doing that. Even when we're unhappy, we choose to stay comfortable in the familiarity of our misery. That's how somebody can stay in a toxic relationship, getting their butt kicked, getting slapped in the face, talked down to, and they say, "You know what? I'm familiar with this. I'm used to this. I'm going to stay in this because I'm comfortable here." We fear the new or going outside the lines. To not color outside the line leads to missed opportunities, staying in unhealthy relationships, forever wondering what if, and the regret that later haunts you. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 6, learn to read subtext. Vocal inflection. How you doing? Fine. Learn how to read between the lines because we need to let our children know just because somebody says something does not mean that that's what they mean. It's not what we say, it's how we say it. Fine may not mean fine. Subtext is the nonverbal messages that are sent when we communicate, like vocal inflections, omissions, avoiding eye contact. That's another thing. You're talking to somebody and they're avoiding eye contact with you. Something going on there. That's body language. You go pick your wife up at work and she won't look at you? Huh? We're going to have a conversation. Or even change in breathing rate can completely change the message. Those, because a lot of times when you're frustrated and you're upset, you can try to act calm as you want to, but your breathing still ain't going to act calm. You're trying to act like you all right with something, but you sitting in that chair. Unless you know how to breathe properly. Because it's a way you can get control of your breathing. But most of us don't know that. So when we get upset, we try to hide it because we don't want no problems or we don't want to talk about it. Imagine you got a son. And you're telling your son, you're trying to correct him about something that he did that was wrong. And he's paying you attention. But all of a sudden while you're talking to him, he's... Boy... Those who understand this speak easily with others because they've learned how to listen and observe others with both empathy and understanding. They are expert subtext readers, which allows them to respond to what a person is actually saying. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 7, Rome wasn't built in a day. Sam Cooke remade a song, Rome wasn't built in a day. I can't remember who was the lady who originally made that song. But that's how I got hit to the song, man. It's a song, Rome wasn't built in a day. Sam Cooke killed that song, man. He killed it. But basically what it says is that nothing happens overnight. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And if it's a quick, get-rich-quick scheme or idea, it's probably a hustle. This is old school knowledge, bruh, that has always worked. We just living in a new age where people have forgotten about these tools. Come on. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Everybody look, man, everybody want to be successful nowadays without putting in the work. Everybody just want it to happen. But you got to put in work for what you want, man. And anything worth having is worth working for. Despite all the posts, articles, podcasts, hype about this life hack and that magic method to get rich, it's not true. There is no fabulous, fantastical method to fast track to success. The effort, the failures, setbacks, and heartbreak can't be skipped. Let me say it again, man. You need a mask. All day. Okay. Just go on in there and get one. Put it on right now. Appreciate it. The effort, the failures, setbacks, and heartbreak can't be skipped. Even playing things safe, staying within the lines, like I mentioned earlier, and never taking a risk can hold you back. If you have a dream or a goal, go after it now. Do it smartly and don't dump your life savings into a thing you haven't planned out. Don't let nobody get your money. It's people sending you emails trying to get your money. Oh yeah. It's people trying to get your passwords and trying to hack your profiles. When you get those messages saying your password, you need to change your password, delete them. Because what they're going to do is they're going to hack your account once you do that, and then they're going to attach a hidden email. Just know to expect failures, expect rejection, but to figure out what's right, we have to know what's wrong. So in order to figure out what's right, we got to figure out what's wrong first. Nothing truly great and meaningful ever came easy, because it's what we put into it and the adversity we overcome that makes it meaningful in the first place. So if people just gave us stuff, we wouldn't learn nothing from that. And we wouldn't gain nothing from that. It's the fact when you do it yourself. Come on, man. Don't you like it better when you do it yourself? I feel prouder when I do it myself. I exhaust everything before I go to people, bro. Because I really like doing things on my own. There are some people, they don't even look for something before they come ask me, did you see it? I'm going to look everywhere. By the time I come to you, I done already looked everywhere. Did you look under the bed? I did that already. 8 words of wisdom you wish you heard as a child. Number 8, go outside in the sun when you can. A lot of us did hear that as a child. You know, my generation. Oh man, yeah. Actually, we used to get upset when you couldn't go outside. You be on punishment. You be on punishment in your room, listening to kids on your street outside having fun. Don't you remember that? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man, this used to be a time. This is a whole new different generation now. These kids don't know nothing about going outside, just throwing the football up in the air and about 15 kids running to it. And y'all just running and tackling each other, laughing, having fun. Somebody's arm twisted all the way back here and y'all still laughing. Come on, man. We were tougher kids. These kids don't want to get their Jordans dirty.
They just want to get on their games.
Get on their games. Yeah, but that's the kind of society we live in now. This is the true, even more. This is true as far as getting outside and getting some sun on your face. This is true now and even more in the age of gaming and access to everything online, from shopping, entertainment, and etc. Touching nature is healthy and has been shown to be rejuvenating, even if it's sitting in a park and feeding ducks. Even if it's in a park with nature. And it's the reason why nature and the sun rejuvenates us as human beings. Can you imagine why? We were born into nature. We were born in a garden. Human beings were placed in a garden because it rejuvenated us, and it still does. Can you imagine that? The Garden of Eden, nature, it lifts your spirit. Being outside, the sun. Yes. Oh, yes, brother. That's one of the best ways to get vitamin D is through the sun. You're right, 100% correct. Any questions, concerns, or comments before I cut y'all loose? Anything good going on? Yeah, man, end of the month. Anything good going on? Anybody got? Okay, all right. Hey, all right, well, be encouraged. All right, if you need me, let me know.